What it do, y'all? G Rose, Roosevelt for Prez. This is the Crypto Hour. Of course, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe so you can officially join the Future Millionaires Club. Before we get started, also I want to shout out Frugal BC for having me as a guest on his show. Had a lot of fun. Make sure you guys follow his YouTube channel. He gives a lot of valuable Algorand information as well. All right. Shout out BC. What up? Anyway, y'all, a lot to talk about today, man. So for those that don't know, Zone launched, right? And Zone is a highly anticipated gaming P2E platform on Algorand. Been following it since about September, you guys. Highly anticipated. I didn't get to participate in the IDO because I'm in the US. I woke up this morning. I was planning my donuts with dad at my daughter's school. It was quite fun. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. But I log on to Reddit, Twitter, and I see everyone talking about Zone and wondering what the asset ID is. And you know, on TinyChart, it's no logo, it's not verified, and a lot of confusion seemed to be going on there. And so, you know, I was just thinking to myself, it's so interesting how a project with this much anticipation like Zone can come out and have such a botched launch. All right. It's kind of crazy to me, right? So let me just start by saying when I logged on to TinyChart, it was obvious that the bots were doing their thing, fam. And look, y'all ain't about to catch me out there right now. I'm gonna let the bots do their thing. I'm gonna wait till that price goes down, try to find the price floor, and then I'm gonna get in. But another thing I just found interesting is that, you know, you type in the asset ID on Tinyman, and nothing was popping up. It just wasn't. And then there's no logo on TinyChart. It's not verified. There's a few other Zone projects that are looking to scam you out of your money, fam. Hope you didn't fall for it. So I started thinking, like, so interesting. Why would a project with so much anticipation, right? They got nice NFTs, right? They got all this backing and it's like a big thing. Why would they be so unprepared during a launch like this, right? And they did send out a message kind of apologizing, said they would have more updates for this botched launch, y'all. They dropped a series of tweets kind of explaining everything. So it's even more than some of the confusion that I was seeing. Some of the pricing was different than it was originally supposed to be, right? And so go to their Twitter and check out the series of tweets. It's about 9 or 10 of them. You know, this project has, you know, been in the works for a while. And I would just want to know why they would launch without a logo on TinyChart, as well as launching without verification. All right. We can say, look, the foundation is delaying verifications at the moment, right? But I have known about Zone since at least September, all right? So in my opinion, some of these things should have been taken care of before, right? And I actually did this video earlier this morning and realized I was just going a little too hard, all right? I was going too hard on them. I don't know what it's like to launch a project on Algorand. I'm sure it's not easy. We saw how AlgoScout had sort of a botched launch twice, right? And so now I see it with Zone and say, hey, it must not be easy. But I would like for, you know, projects coming up in the future, especially such large projects like Zone, to have a little bit more preparation, all right? Because there's people affected by this. And I don't want anyone to have a sour taste in their mouth, all right? But shout out Zone. I'm glad you guys got launched. I'm still trying to find a price floor. Hopefully I'll find it soon so I can get in. But ultimately, guys, you know, that leads me to this, right? So we have AlgoFund which is like an IDO launchpad, initial DEX offering launchpad. You also have Toolsx, who is doing a launchpad as well. And I just think that these launchpads are going to end up being important to Algorand because, one, we have like a bit of a rug pull epidemic, fam. And I think the launchpads vet and do their due diligence and makes it a little bit safer for investors when investing in these ASAs, right? That's one thing. But also now it just seems like some of these projects are having these botched launches, and it's not that, you know, they're not competent, right? Because I could think that, hey, you know, these guys just aren't competent, or, you know, they just don't know how to do it. It's not easy. But now that it's happened with Zone, who has been planning this for a long time, you know, maybe there just needs to be a better way to launch where you're just not going to be hit by a bunch of bots and, you know, things of that nature. So I'm calling on AlgoFund and Toolsx to dox yourself, fam. Look, I know it sounds trivial, you know, but look, it'll really be important to the community if you guys dox yourself. Now, you may have heard of the project Crescendo. It's a music-based project, right? It's going to be like a marketplace for music, MP3s, and NFTs. They just came out today and had like a doxing party on Twitter Space, right? Now, I would love for how hard Toolsx is working, you know, for how much potential I see in AlgoFund if those two would come out and dox one or two team members so that the community can really rally behind them, right? Because the reality is it's too real out here in these ASA streets to be going all in on somebody who's not even doxed. I know a ton of people that want to get behind AlgoFund, myself included. I know a ton of people who want to go and get behind Toolsx because we can see how much work they're putting in. But it's hard to if we don't know who's behind the project. And if the people rally behind those two projects, then you guys can really take off and accelerate your efforts in protecting ASA investors, right? By having a launch pad, a safe way for us to invest, right? Also making it easier on project developers who are obviously having a tough time launching, all right? There's a lot going into it. Look, if it happened to Zone, you know, maybe it just ain't the easiest thing. These guys been planning it for a long time. Now, I will say, you know, them not being verified is kind of, you know, mindless. Why not? You mean the past 6 months, you guys have been planning this launch and Algorand didn't know who you were to be able to verify you, right? They just barely started delaying it not very long ago. So this whole 6 months, why did you guys not get verified, right? Why is your logo not on TinyChart, right? Now, people were saying, hey, now the ASA ID is on the white paper, and it is actually, yeah, I saw it, yeah. But it's on page 10 of 17, so good luck finding that, fam. All I'm saying is it's clearly not easy launching a project on Algorand. So if we can have some of these launch pads that we see potential in dox themselves, it would be greatly appreciated, all right? Just think about it, all right? Crescendo, that founder just did it. Shout out to you, fam. I did tune in and listen to the Twitter space. Now, that's something that other people can follow and take notes on, all right? And Toolsx, AlgoFund, how about we get to it, all right? Now, again, I do want to shout out Zone for getting it done, you guys. Check out their Twitter, see their response to some of the mishaps that happened. Also, leave me feedback on Zone. Did you guys get in? Did you have a hard time? Any confusion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. G Rose, Roosevelt for Prez. This is the Crypto Hour. Peace.